Dear customer, we thank you very much for purchasing the new ERA Peristaltic pump. In India, New Era is represented by UNIGENETICS Instruments, and we are representing New Era almost since 2007. So now we are running at July 2021. This pump is reasonably priced pump, and the functions are quite good. New Era supplies more syringe pumps actually, but they supply 2-3 models of peristaltic pump also. So the main pump is always same, and if you will see that this is an adapter, this is a 24 volts adapter. So from 220 volts, it 220 volts it gives the DC 24 volt. So we can simply put it in the socket, and the other end will go on this. So the first thing that you will do once you get the pump, though this is a very simple plug and play machine, but still we are trying to make a small demo video which will definitely help you to run the machine first time once it comes to your lab. So this is our tubing, and this is our head actually. So in the head, the plastic part we call it cassette, and this white part we call it rotor. So there are 2-3 types of heads. This head is a green head, and in this the tubing that we are using it 1 by 16 inch ID and 3 by 16 inch OD tubing, and this particular tubing gives a flow like this. It is mentioned here, 169.1 ml per minute is the maximum flow, and 0.008 ml per minute is the minimal flow. So let us see how we connect this tubing into the head. Here we have already connected it actually. Otherwise you will see that there are 2 tie wraps. We will wrap the tubing around the rotor, and then in this socket we will push our tie wrap. So both the tie wraps will come like this, and this latches. Wraps is exactly 138 mm. So this distance is important if you will change the tubing later, otherwise the tubing will be loose on the rollers. And this head is a 4 roller head. So this is the axle, and this we call it base. So if we have to connect it like this, what we will do that we will simply align it and push it inside. So there are some notches, bring it to the notch, and once it is fixed, rotate it clockwise a little bit. So our head is fixed. So I'm putting it in the water, and the second side also I'm putting it in the glass. So let me put the power on. On the back end side there is this on off switch. I will make it on. So once you will put it on, you will see that 4 digits are flashing. Press any arrow key and it will be stable. So if you want to run it for the regular runs, say you have to dispense some volume, what we can do that we can go to, suppose we want to dispense 10 ml with a flow rate of 20 ml per minute. So I will make the flow of 20 ml per minute. If I have to change, so there are 4 arrow keys, and each arrow corresponds to the digit. Suppose I want a flow of 25, so I can make it 25. Suppose I want to make a flow of 250 and I want to bring this dot to this point. So what I have to do, keep it pressed 7890 and see the arrow dot is moving. So wherever you want, you leave the dot and then set the flow. So again I am making it 20 ml only, 20 ml per minute. So now I have come to rate. So now I will select my unit firstly, 20 ml per minute, and my rate again I want 20 ml per minute. So again I can change it accordingly, and now I am setting my volume. So volume also in the same way I can set. At this moment I am keeping it 10 ml only. So once the volumes are set and the rate is set, and one more thing is we have to set the dia also of the tubing. So for setting the dia, you press the diameter and you see that this is 1 by 16 inches, and if you are using some other tubing you can change it. Suppose I use a different head with 3 by 16 inches, so I will make it. So firstly we should always purge the pump because there will be air. So for purging we have to press the start and hold it. So it will flush your tubing with a fast flow. Now the tube is flushed. Now our rate is 20 ml per minute and the volume is 10 ml. So if you want to dispense this, just press the start. If you want to check the volume dispense, you press the volume and it says volume dispense. So 3 ml is dispensed. So once it will dispense 10 ml, it will stop. So many a times customer use this machine for fraction collection also. Suppose you have to dispense 10 ml and different vials, or 2 ml or 5 ml. So many people, what you can do, that you can set the flow and you can set the volume and press start every time. But suppose you have hundreds of vials and you don't want to do this start press every time, so you can do that programming where it will dispense some volume and after that it will pause, so that in the pause time you can change the vial and again it will start on its own. So how to do that? We will have to go to setup. For going to setup, you press the diameter key and hold it. So this has come to slow. Then next parameter, if you want to activate, then next parameter is drip. Then next is PAS. PAS means go to the setup, again drip, and PAS1 means your fraction collection is enabled, and this is the pause time of 5 seconds. If I want to say 6 seconds, I will make it 6 seconds. So we have done that. So let us try this once again. So what it will do, that it will dispense 20 ml, 10 ml with a flow rate of 20 ml per minute. Then it will pause for 5-6 seconds and then again it will dispense. Let's do that. So it is dispensing. It will dispense 10 ml and then it will pause for 5 seconds or 6 seconds, whatever we have given, and then again it will dispense 10 ml. So it is on pause, and after the pause again it will dispense. So this is a good feature actually. So at this moment I am changing it to the normal mode, and I am making this 0 so that it is not in fraction collection mode. Then one more thing is there that once the tubing gets old, so because of the stretches and all that, you may find that gradually there is a small difference in the volume dispensed. Like you want to dispense 10 ml, maybe it is dispensing 11 ml. So for that we can calibrate the pump, and how to calibrate the pump, let us see that. Firstly, I am putting the machine off from the back. So there is one function that is called learn. You have to hold it and put the machine on. So it comes to calibrate. One moment. And then you press the start. Suppose we have to dispense the volume of 10 ml, and suppose we will see that how much volume it has dispensed. So it looks like it has dispensed only 9 ml. So what I will do that to this 10 I will make it 9. Right, and then I will say again press the learn. So it says done. So calibration is done. So what it will do that once you will run it next time, it will dispense exactly 10 ml. So this is what we can do the calibration. So we do hope that this video will help you a little bit to run the machine in the beginning, though this is a very simple plug and play machine. And if you need any support in future from us, UNIGENETICS is always there. Please do contact us. Thank you so much.